Dzień dobry from a beautiful summer night in Poland. Just did a little cycle just now, taking advantage of the good weather. And I was just thinking about video to make for like my life in Poland. I've made quite a few if you haven't seen any of the videos already, like the good and the bad. Basically my perspective, living here as a Scotsman for a few years now actually. And I was just cycling like, what do I actually like about Poland that's lacking back home? And I came up with quite a few things. Number one, now the World Cup's just finished. We saw like all the like violence in Paris and London and Amsterdam. Like after certain teams win or lose, they're going to be rioting. Now, Polish, they've got a fair share of football hooligans, no denying that. They'll all fight each other. But if Polish lose any club teams or the international team, they weren't playing in the World Cup. We were, but we done pretty bad. Anyway, they were never going to be out smashing cars or burning streets and rioting, attacking the police, attacking innocent people. The Polish live in Germany or the UK were never going to be out doing any of this. But yeah, like if you see all the carry on even after the Champions League final. Certain like fans of teams were out just like causing mayhem. So the nice thing about here is you're not going to see any of that. Even if the next time Poland are in a World Cup, there's no risk of unsafety, because like I've got friends who live in the Netherlands and they're talking about, oh, win or lose, we know it's going to be like dangerous to go outside, or like in Amsterdam and other places, which is insane, like especially just for a football match. Like I understand the whole hooligan culture and stuff, but when you're out just rioting to riot, where your team wins, you should be celebrating. It's like, it's just insane to me. But yeah, so one good thing about here, I didn't have to worry about that, getting into the city centre, anything if any Polish football teams are playing. Number two, similar on the safety aspect, I would say Poland is obviously super safe. It's no secret now, everyone knows like how safe it is compared to like UK, Germany, France, the West in general. I just saw a thing yesterday and it was talking about how Poland, Croatia and Lithuania, let me know if I'm wrong, are lowest crime rates in the whole of Europe, which is 20 years ago would be kind of really surprising. But yeah, not now, it's just the norm. Like there's so many people moving here because it's so safety. So many people come here on holiday and they're like, oh, I felt so safe, I walk about late at night, I was etc etc. I was just in the local park. There's families, like they'll sit there late at night, the kids will be out playing late at night. Yeah, even in the streets the kids are out. When I was younger we used to be out playing till like it got dark most places. Now in the UK you don't see that as much, maybe like the smaller places, but in the cities, yeah, not so much. But here it's still a thing. You can go into the parks late at night, you're not going to have any problems. I'm not saying there's no crime, of course there's crime, of course there's some weirdos, but like compared to back home it's just like tenfold safety wise, which is really nice. So yeah, there's different reasons for that, but I won't get into too much details. I'd like to keep my channel and don't want to go down that route. But yeah, so number three, this is quite a morbid one, and it's just something I've noticed when I've been like out walking my dogs or in certain areas. The Polish really take care of their graves, like it's super respectful. If you go to any graveyard, no matter how old it is, or like it's someone with no family or it's been there for 100 years, the grave looks pristine, there's flowers, they're clean, the weeds are taken care of. And as far as I know, it's like the local churches, volunteers that do that, and I think it's a really beautiful thing. If you go back to the UK, like some of the graveyards are overrun with grass, no one really takes care of them, including the person's own families. Not saying all of them, but like when you compare it to here, it's just insane. And I know a lot of that plays into like the religious aspect. Obviously Poland's a really Catholic country, so there's a lot involved in the church and stuff. But yeah, that's like, for me that's like a super nice thing, it's super respectful, and I wish we would have something like that back home. So yeah, it's quite a wee morbid one, but yeah, I mean it in a nice way. Number 4. Now, Polish public transport is shockingly good, cheap, clean, and on time. I couldn't believe it when I came here for the first time, and it was from one town to another. It was equivalent of like £1, like 5, 6, 7 zloty roughly, usually what I pay. And even travelling from like one end of Poland to the other is reasonably cheap. The trains are super impressive. The trams are always running. You really don't need to drive, especially you live in like a big city like Krakow, Warsaw. The transport's really good. The buses are clean, reliable. So yeah, and cheap, super cheap as I mentioned. So it's such a nice surprise. It's the way it should be. More people would travel by public transport if it's as good as here, I think, back home. Obviously, if they want to cut carbon emissions, etc. So yeah, definitely one of the top kind of bonuses I say is living here, as I know I can get around pretty cheap. Even the Ubers are reasonably cheap compared to other places. Like I'll go on holiday, I'll go like, I don't know, even Germany, like the Ubers are really expensive. Then I come here and I was surprised at how cheap it is. So yeah, definitely public transport is top notch in Poland. So yeah, UK, you need to catch up. I had to mention it, immigration. Now, I'm an immigrant myself. I moved to Poland from the UK, legally I should add, but Poland really has itself sorted in terms of illegal immigration. Not saying there's no illegal immigrants in Poland, but what we're seeing in the UK, Germany, France, Poland doesn't even have a fraction of that problems. Some of the things I touched on in this video is safety, and one of the reasons it is so safe in Poland, there isn't any riots in the football team. Certain countries' football teams win or lose is because they have curbed illegal immigration. It's just insane. Like, I'm not against immigration in any way, of course I'm not. As I said, I'm one myself, but when it's just borders on the ridiculousness of what we're seeing in the UK, thousands of people per week, putting people at risk, loads of dangers coming with that. It's just a huge problem. We're not deporting criminals. Maybe like small percentage actually deported. There's always some like excuse, but yeah, it's just insane. I hope Poland keeps to their word and just holds strong against this, because it's just killing Europe. Poland's really like securing their border with Belarus. There's loads trying to come through there, get to Germany, get to the rest of Europe. Yeah, man, it's just mental. So I hope Poland just keep doing what they're doing, keep it safe for everyone, and Polish for Polish, Scottish as well, please. But yeah, it's just mental. So hopefully things don't change. It's just a shame what's happening back home. As I mentioned, it's not a dig at any certain group or certain people from certain countries. There's good and bad from every country. But when you've got like thousands of unvetted young men predominantly flooding in the gates, it's never going to end well. So yeah, I had to mention it, of course, because everyone says, oh, Poland has it right. And everyone brings it up when I'm travelling or in Poland, like, what's going on with the UK? What's going on with France? Why is it all like this? I don't have an answer, but yeah, be like Poland. Okay, last one. The sun's going down. I've got like 1 hour cycle home, so yeah, I better kind of get this done quick. Everything I'm saying is really dark, like all these reasons why Poland's doing better than the UK or whatever, but I just have to mention them. Okay, in Poland, it just seems like there's not as many drug addicts or anything compared to like the UK. In the UK, you'll see like The Walking Dead, man. It's like you walk about, especially at places like Glasgow, Manchester, you see all the like druggies, drawn in faces, people begging, like constant. You don't really see that in Poland. Like, I'm not saying that they've got like the fair share of alcoholics and homeless. Not that much homeless, like visible compared to other places. But yeah, it's for some. I'm not saying there's no drugs in Poland, alright? Of course there is. Of course there's addicts. But when you compare it to back home, it's just mad. It's just so refreshing. When you get back home, I'm just like, what the fuck? Feels like it's just so depressing. Like here, you go through, the cities are clean. Yeah, it's just insane. I don't know what it is. Maybe there is areas in Poland I haven't visited. There is like that, but so far I've never seen anywhere like as bad as we get back home. So yeah, another bonus for Poland. Maybe they've just kept it better hidden. Whatever way, whatever, it's working for me anyway, so can't complain. But yeah, I'll try and make the next videos a bit more lighter, about life in Poland, but these are just things I thought I'd mention and all that. So if you like the channel, a bit of wee Scotsman's life in Poland, subscribe, like, comment, whatever. Alright, cheers.